Self-optimization and personal development. How much is too much? Becoming a little better every day. That is the promise of modern self-optimization, whether through fitness, healthy eating, productivity, or mental resilience. We are constantly encouraged to improve ourselves. Books, podcasts, apps, and social media are filled with advice on how to work more efficiently, sleep better, and achieve greater success. But why do we feel this pressure? When does self-improvement serve as motivation? And when does it become an obsession? We live in a world where stagnation is often mistaken for regression. The relentless pursuit of optimization is deeply embedded in our society. Success isn't just about having a good job. We are also expected to be physically fit, eat healthily, wake up early, meditate, maintain strong social connections, and have a passionate hobby on the side. Perfection seems to be the goal, but the real question is, how much is enough? In this audiobook, we take a critical look at the self-optimization movement. We will explore its positive effects, but also discuss when it starts to do more harm than good. Because true growth isn't about constant improvement. It's about knowing when to pause. Let's explore together how we can approach personal development mindfully, without getting lost in the chase for perfection. Chapter 1. Self-optimization, a trend of our time. Achieve more, perform better, be more. In today's world, self-optimization is not just an ideal but an expectation. Whether in fitness, nutrition, productivity, career, or mental resilience, the pressure to improve is everywhere. The message is clear. Don't just be good, be better. But where does this obsession with self-improvement come from? Is it a natural desire for growth, or has it turned into a societal obligation? More importantly, when does self-optimization stop being beneficial and start becoming a burden? Self-improvement as a lifestyle, the never-ending chase for more. Whether on Instagram, YouTube, or podcasts, we constantly see people who seem to lead the perfect life. They wake up at 5 a.m., meditate, work out, drink a green smoothie, and are already productive before most people have even gotten out of bed. They are fit, successful, socially active, and continuously engaged in personal growth. Their daily routines are structured, goal-driven, and filled with progress. These ideals create a clear blueprint for an optimal life, and often lead us to wonder, am I doing enough? Could I be more efficient, healthier, or more successful? But there's a dark side to this mindset. Constant self-improvement can make us feel like we are never enough. Social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn have elevated self-optimization to a new level. Here, people don't just showcase their successes, but also their seemingly perfect routines. Hustle culture. The belief that relentless work and non-stop productivity are the only paths to success. If you're not constantly doing something, you're wasting your potential. Motivational gurus and coaches. Many self-proclaimed experts preach that there are no excuses. If you're not successful, you simply haven't worked hard enough. The pressure of comparison. While we see our own imperfect, messy lives, social media presents a curated reality, a constant highlight reel of other people's achievements. This constant comparison can create immense pressure. We begin to believe that our own life isn't enough, that we aren't achieving enough, that we should always be doing more. But here's the truth. Self-improvement is not always visible, and it looks different for everyone. The psychology behind the drive for optimization. Why we believe we are never enough. Why do we strive so intensely for self-improvement? On some level, it's natural. We want to grow, evolve, and reach our full potential. But often, deeper psychological mechanisms are at play. Here are 3 key reasons. The fear of not being good enough. Many people tie their self-worth to achievement. The unspoken belief is that those who accomplish more are more loved, respected, and valued. But this mindset can trap us in an endless cycle where our self-esteem is dictated by external success. The brain's reward system. Progress feels good. Every time we complete a task, reach a goal, or master a new skill, our brain releases dopamine, the happiness hormone. This creates a loop that drives us to keep pushing forward. Societal pressure for efficiency. In a world obsessed with performance and productivity, stagnation is often seen as failure. We are constantly told that if we're not improving, we risk falling behind. But this mindset can be dangerous. When self-optimization is driven by the fear of standing still, we lose the joy of genuine growth. Self-improvement can help us design our lives with intention and unlock our potential. But it can also lead to an endless pursuit that exhausts rather than liberates us. The real question isn't, how can I optimize myself even more? Instead, we should ask, does what I'm doing truly make me happier and more fulfilled? Chapter 2. When does self-optimization become toxic? Self-optimization promises a better, more productive, and healthier life. But what happens when the desire for improvement turns into an obsession? When does the motivation to unlock our potential transform into relentless pressure never to be good enough? In a world that glorifies performance and progress, self-optimization can quickly become toxic, especially when it leads to perfectionism, self-doubt, and the constant pursuit of efficiency. The perfectionism trap. Why getting better is never enough. Many people begin their self-improvement journey with honest and positive intentions. They want to be healthier, more productive, or mentally stronger. But the deeper they dive into self-optimization, the more they fall into a never-ending cycle. There's always something left to improve. Perfectionism is one of the biggest pitfalls of self-optimization. The more we strive to improve, the more we feel like we're never doing enough. Even small achievements lose their meaning because our focus is already on the next goal. I'm still not good enough. This mindset can become a never-ending loop, where instead of feeling proud of our progress, we only see what's still missing. The paradox? The more we try to improve, the more our self-doubt grows while our satisfaction declines. Comparison and self-doubt. When optimization turns into a competition. Another problem with modern self-optimization is the constant comparison with others. Social media is full of people who seem to have it all figured out. They have optimized their bodies. They have perfected their productivity. They are successful in their careers. They still find time for mindfulness and meditation. But this is often an illusion. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok only show the highlight reels, not the insecurities, failures, or setbacks behind the scenes. Measuring ourselves against these curated realities can be dangerous. It can make us feel like we're falling behind, pushing us to improve out of fear rather than joy. But self-optimization shouldn't be a race. Every person has their own pace, unique strengths, and personal challenges, and that's perfectly okay. The pressure for efficiency. Why we always strive to be more productive. Beyond physical and mental self-improvement, The maximization of efficiency has become a central pillar of the self-optimization movement. In today's work culture, using every minute of the day productively is seen as a virtue. Listening to podcasts while jogging to maximize time. Using productivity apps to complete tasks more efficiently. Perfecting multitasking to juggle as many things as possible at once. While these techniques can be useful in the short term, they often lead to an unsettling realization. We are never truly done. As soon as one task is completed, another one is waiting. Those who are constantly optimizing themselves never reach a point where they can simply relax and feel satisfied. But is it truly healthy to manage life like an ongoing project? The constant pursuit of efficiency can create the illusion that every break is wasted time. Yet the reality is the opposite. Our minds need rest, downtime, and moments of unproductivity to stay creative and balanced. Burnout from self-improvement. When growth becomes a burden. One of the most dangerous aspects of toxic self-optimization is that it traps us in a constant state of doing more. The desire for personal growth can lead to chronic stress, and in the worst case, a self-optimization burnout. Typical signs of self-improvement. Burnout, persistent exhaustion, feeling like you always have to be productive, self-criticism and dissatisfaction, because progress never seems fast enough. Loss of joy in the process, as self-optimization turns into an obligation rather than an enrichment. But personal growth should never feel like a burden. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay not to be productive all the time. It's okay to simply exist without constantly needing to improve. Self-optimization can be valuable, but only if it comes from a place of balance, curiosity, and self-compassion. The key question is, why am I optimizing myself? Out of joy or out of fear? Out of curiosity or because I feel like I'm not enough? The best kind of self-improvement is the one that allows room for pauses, acceptance, and imperfection. True growth doesn't come from relentless pressure, but from a conscious balance between progress and peace. Have you ever experienced this cycle of pressure and burnout? How did you break free from it? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might help someone else. Chapter 3. The positive aspects of self-optimization. Self-optimization isn't inherently bad. When approached mindfully and with a healthy attitude, it can enrich our lives, boost self-confidence, and bring inner clarity. The problem isn't self-improvement itself, but rather how we apply it. When used correctly, it can be a valuable tool for physical, mental, and emotional growth. Personal growth can be a powerful source of fulfillment. People who continue to evolve, learn new skills, or intentionally embrace challenges often report a greater sense of self-determination. With every small step forward, they realize that they have the ability to actively shape their own lives. While we cannot control external circumstances, we can control how we respond to them. This leads to a deeper trust in our own abilities and strengthens self-confidence. However, self-optimization is not only beneficial on a mental level. It often has direct, positive effects in areas such as health, exercise, and nutrition. A conscious lifestyle can help reduce physical discomfort, boost energy levels, and lower stress. Movement and exercise are not just tools for external transformation. They are also powerful instruments for mental stability. Regular physical activity releases endorphins, reduces anxiety, and improves sleep quality. Additionally, a balanced diet can contribute to overall well-being by supporting both physical and mental health. Beyond physical and mental development, there's another fascinating aspect of self-optimization: mental minimalism. While we often associate self-improvement with doing more or achieving more, it can also be a form of conscious simplification. By reflecting on our true priorities, we can eliminate unnecessary commitments and mental burdens. Less distraction leads to greater focus, clearer decision-making, and a more intentional way of living. A key aspect of positive self-optimization is establishing healthy routines. Small, sustainable changes are often more effective than radical measures. Those who set realistic goals instead of pressuring themselves can benefit from long-term positive habits. This includes simple practices such as regular exercise, consistent sleep schedules, and mindful time management. Additionally, mindfulness techniques like meditation or journaling can help cultivate inner clarity and reflect on personal growth. Ultimately, self-optimization is a question of motivation. If we seek improvement to live more consciously and enjoy life, it can be a valuable enrichment. However, once it turns into an obligation, we lose its true meaning. True growth does not come from perfectionism, but from conscious, self-determined action. That's why self-optimization should not be seen as an endless pursuit of more, but rather as a tool for a fulfilling and balanced life. Chapter 4. Finding a healthy balance, personal growth without pressure. Self-optimization can be a valuable tool for self-improvement, but it should never come from a place of lack or compulsion. True personal development begins with self-acceptance. Only when we embrace ourselves as we are can we grow in a healthy way, without putting ourselves under unnecessary pressure. A crucial factor is balance. Progress does not mean constant improvement. It also means consciously pausing, allowing breaks, and accepting setbacks as part of growth. Not every day has to be a step forward. Sometimes growth happens in stillness. It is also important to define success individually. What constitutes a fulfilling life for one person may look entirely different for another. Measuring yourself against external standards can lead to unnecessary stress. True self-optimization should focus on finding your own path. Ultimately, self-development is not a linear journey, but a personal process that unfolds at our own pace. Those who reflect consciously and grow without the pressure of perfection can benefit from self-optimization without losing themselves in the process. Less pressure, more awareness. Self-optimization is neither good nor bad. It is a tool that can help us live more consciously and unlock our potential. But like any tool, it should be used with balance and mindfulness. It should support us, not control us. Personal growth should not be an obligation, but an enrichment. Maybe it's worth taking a moment to pause and ask yourself a few questions.
When does self-optimization bring me true joy? And when does it create pressure?
Do I pursue my goals out of genuine passion or out of the fear of not being enough? What would happen if I allowed myself to simply exist without the constant need to improve? True growth doesn't come from perfectionism, but from awareness and self-acceptance. It's not about always becoming better. It's about approaching yourself with clarity, patience, and compassion. For you, that might mean embracing new challenges, but it might also mean letting go and realizing that you are already enough. Until next time, strive and be content.